So NFL, y'all really just don't care, huh? Y'all just gonna put it right in the entire country's face that your entire award system is rigged and the voters who vote on those awards need all of their credentials taken. See, this type of inconsistency is how organizations like the NFL or the Associated Press loses their credibility, because how in the world do you award Josh Allen an MVP? How in the world do you award Patrick Surtain II a Defensive Player of the Year award, but you don't award it to Cowboys players that actually had more impressive years than both of those guys, and their team actually had better team success than one of those guys? Let's get right into this, because see, this is the type of thing that I'm talking about right here. Don't worry, Dak. I got you, brother. We're going to start there. No way should this man be able to hold up an MVP trophy after the season he just had, after his team won in the fashion that it actually won. And if you actually watch those games, a lot of the time how those Buffalo Bills games really played out is they established a run game. James Cook was amazing for them, and he was also snubbed, probably to make Josh Allen's award look even better, for the purpose of him not having any other All-Pro or Pro Bowl teammates to really help him. When we've seen James Cook is the main reason why that Buffalo Bills team has looked different over the past year and a half, essentially, after the change at offensive coordinator, after the change in having Joe Brady come in. What he did was take the ball out of the NFL MVP's hand and put it in to the running back hand more, and somehow the NFL has awarded Josh Allen for doing less. Let's hope that the same thing applies for a Dak Prescott once he gets a run game he can lean on, huh? This is absolutely ridiculous, considering it. If you look at the stats, it's not even close. And not just with Josh Allen, but also with Lamar Jackson. So Ravens fans, this isn't a safe space for you either, because Lamar shouldn't have won the MVP that he won. You see, these seasons right here are Dak Prescott and Lamar Jackson's 2023 season against Josh Allen's 2024 season. You notice anything interesting here? Oh, how about the fact that Dak Prescott clearly and easily outplayed both of those guys? How about the fact that Dak Prescott almost threw for 1,000 more yards in that season than either Lamar or Josh Allen? He also threw for 8 more passing touchdowns than Josh Allen, 12 more passing touchdowns than Lamar Jackson in the season he won the MVP, which he shouldn't have won, especially since Josh Allen essentially just won an MVP over Lamar Jackson, and he had a less impressive statistical season than a Lamar Jackson. So shouldn't Dak Prescott have won off the same principle last season, especially seeing that Lamar Jackson was the first team All-Pro quarterback this season like he was last year, and Dak was second team All-Pro, yet somehow Josh Allen won this MVP award? It's because the NFL had already decided that Josh Allen would win the MVP award for the 2024-2025 NFL season before the first snap had ever been taken. The NFL had already designated Josh Allen as their next chosen one. They need one, guys. They need a face. They need someone to be their Superman. They need someone to put that cape on, and Josh Allen is the guy. He has the looks, he has the wife, he has the white picket fence appeal that the NFL wants to push to their audience, and that's why Josh Allen essentially won this predetermined MVP award. This MVP award had no chance to go to anybody else other than Josh Allen, especially after Stephon Diggs forced his way out of Buffalo. Oh, it was up then. They were already prepared to give it to Josh, especially people like a Dan Orlovsky and Emmanuel Acho and some of these other people. It's just super disingenuous that you can fix your lips to talk crazy about a Dak Prescott who had the type of season that he had in every statistical category outside of interceptions, which, okay, I'll give you that one. He had 3 more interceptions than Josh and 2 more than Lamar, even though he was better in completion percentage, better in passing yards per game, better in passing touchdowns, better in quarterback rate. And this was all while he sat out an entire game and a half worth of fourth quarter playtime, guys. He sat out literally almost 90 minutes worth of fourth quarters last season, yet Dak Prescott wasn't your MVP. Oh, and the injustice doesn't just stop at QB1. This is just further proving how slanted against the Dallas Cowboys the NFL is, because we also have to look at this. We have to watch this happen as well. Patrick Surtain II brought home the Defensive Player of the Year award as a DB. You would think that he had some type of historical season. You would think that he did something that no other DB was capable of doing, and yet when we actually look at it and we compare to two Cowboys who had a strong case of being Defensive Player of the Year as well, it appears Patrick Surtain literally did nothing better than those guys. Nothing. The only thing he did was force a fumble and recover a fumble, which Diggs and Bland didn't do. But if you look at it, Diggs had 11 interceptions, Bland had 9, Patrick Surtain had 4. Diggs had 2 interceptions returned for a touchdown, Bland had 5, Patrick Surtain had 1. So if you look at it across the board, again, Diggs and Bland had better seasons than Patrick Surtain, and yet they give Patrick Surtain a Defensive Player of the Year award that 2 Dallas DBs in back-to-back seasons, essentially 2023 and 2021 for Diggs, right? And almost back-to-back seasons, they pass over 2 separate Cowboys and give that award to a DB who didn't have nearly as impressive of a season as either one of these Cowboys DBs. DaRon Bland broke a 40-year-old NFL record for interceptions returned for a touchdown, and Trevon Diggs almost broke an NFL record for interceptions in a season, and neither one of those guys got Defensive Player of the Year, but Patrick Surtain gets it for having a solid DB year? What? See, this is the type of thing that gets Cowboys fans upset. This type of thing, having to actually have access to all this empirical data, all this tangible information that we can actually go out and see and find and look at and put our hands on, and this is what we have to deal with. The media has a bone to pick with the Cowboys, and the only way a Cowboy can ever win one of these awards is if they go undefeated in the season and they double the other players that's competing with them for those awards in every statistical category. That would probably be the only way a Cowboy gets awarded, if they can't give it to anybody else possibly without everyone calling that the sport is rigged. But the media has also tricked the entire country into hating the Cowboys so much that no one cares. No one cares when something like this happens to a Dak Prescott. No one cares when something like this happens to a DaRon Bland or a Trevon Diggs. But yet they expect us to care when it happens to Lamar Jackson. Who gives a damn? As far as I'm concerned, Lamar owns an MVP that should rightfully be in Frisco in Dak Prescott's house. I could care less about Lamar Jackson's injustice. To me, what they do to the Cowboys is the true injustice. And how them Cowboys.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still them boys.